So, day 9 of my 40 days of truth. And it turns out that the only thing that's simple about change is deciding to make it, identifying that which needs to be changed, and taking steps towards making that change. And today, obviously, I mean, this has been one of the longest weeks I've experienced at my job, just because as I said before, I feel like I'm sort of in this precarious position where not lying is causing me to be alienated from the group, because the entire workplace, any sort of bureaucracy or corporate environment, involves tactical lies and not telling any, and not trying to pretend to be any type of way, just sort of being. Get a lot of what's wrong, what's going on. And I started thinking, because they gave my desk away today, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was angry because, why? But they put me in a smaller room with people that I like a little bit better. So, I mean, there's that's a positive. Unfortunately, they happen to be Slavs. So, the better part of my morning tomorrow is going to be cleaning up that workspace, which is irritating. I'm irritated. But when we make these choices to change, when we make the conscious effort to change, sometimes we sort of lose grasp of the resolve that we have in that change, and things sort of fall apart. I mean, it's the same thing that happens with people that make New Year's resolutions. They say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds this year. They get a gym membership, they go hard the first 2 weeks, and then they do like everyone else does and pay for a gym membership they don't use. And I feel like resolve, in the sense that I'm thinking of it, and passion are sort of linked, because that resolve that you have initially, it's like that passion that you have for something that's new. And passion to me is kind of like when you strike a match, and that first flame, it's so bright, it's so intense, and within seconds it dwindles to this tiny puff of warm smoke, and there's nothing there. So I just started thinking about building a fireplace, because if passion is a matchstick that you just light and it's burning bright, then purpose would be the fireplace that you use the match to light. And sort of manifesting passion out of nowhere is just impossible. And trying to rekindle a passion that you didn't turn into a purpose is futile, in my opinion. So I started to analyze a lot of the things that I do, and turning passion into purpose is one of the things that I've failed at time and time again. So I'm trying to decipher purpose during this period, and not being able to lie to myself is making it very difficult to actually sort of believe in the plans that I set forth, because I tell myself, like yesterday, like, I just have to get good at this. And the truth is, yes, I have to get good at this. But that passion, unless it's properly applied, it yields nothing. It's just a puff of warm smoke. So I'm trying to refocus and reevaluate my mistakes in my application of passion. And I'm not sure that purpose is something that happens naturally. I think it's something that needs to be worked at. And I think that it's something that needs to be constantly tended to, almost like a garden. Um, or not a garden, because we're using the fire reference. Has to be tended to like a fireplace or like a fire. If you have a campfire, anyone who's been camping knows that you can't just light the fire and put some wood there and it'll burn forever. You have to have reserves of wood put aside for when the wood that's there turns to dust. So you need to be planning for the future in the present. And you need to be conscious of future actions in your present ones and future gains in your present endeavors. So delayed gratification is definitely something that I personally need to work on, because for the longest time it's always been sort of instantaneous. And I've been very lucky in the past to have been, I guess, blessed with gifts that have allowed me to sustain a lifestyle that is, is, I think, above standard. So when it comes to lies, as today I ghosted from work. I didn't say goodbye to everyone. Like, everybody at the end of the day is just like, oh, bonne fin de semaine or bonne soirée à demain, blah, blah, blah. And today I was just like, I don't have the strength to pretend to care what kind of evening they have. And I know that's terrible, because, like, you work with these people, they become your friends, and I like them a lot. They're mostly good people. I'm not sure how to articulate to them what is going on with me, which makes them distance themselves from me and makes me distance myself from them. And I don't think it's just the language barrier. I think that there is another barrier in me in this time that is causing me to put up walls, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm just throwing matches at walls, man. There's a whole bunch of passion for things that are unrelated, and I wish that I could find something that I'm passionate about within the framework of what I'm actually doing, so that I could try to apply that passion to my purpose, which at the moment is to do my job. And I'm not going to mince words. I am not doing so good with that. And I can't lie to you, and I'm not gonna like pretend to be happy-go-lucky at this time, because I'm just having a really difficult time sort of reconciling things. And I just found my journal. I misplaced it for a while, and I'm looking back on the journal, because yesterday I was reflecting on the things that I said on Facebook. Everything that I wrote in my journal is so different from what I had posted on Facebook. And everything that I do in this virtual self ends up being kind of like an echo of a thought that I have at one moment. And nothing seems to be complete. There's not a complete thought. There's not a complete set of thoughts. There's just puffs of smoke. And I'm going to pray on it. And I'm going to listen to some Beach Boys, because I don't know a person on earth that can listen to the Beach Boys and not be happy. That or Ella Fitzgerald. I do like Ella Fitzgerald. She has one of the happiest voices ever. Well, In any case, I cleaned my room, and next step is going Rambo on the apartment, and that's pretty much it for today. I don't have much in the way of great strides in being. I just try not to lie, and sometimes I say a lie and I'll backtrack and make sure that it's known that it was a lie, which doesn't erase the lie itself, and I'm coming to see that, but at least I can own up to my flaws and move forward from there. In any case, clean room, hopefully clean mind. Tomorrow's another day and is also Friday. And I'm looking forward to church on Sunday because I have more questions for that priest because I am a lost lamb. In any case, that's day 9, and have a good one, people.